Well, hello and welcome and hello, guys. Happy Friday. It is, we got about 20 minutes left in the trading day. It's Friday, July 12th. It's Poco, Moss, the show where we give you just a little bit more. We'd like to say welcome and hello and welcome, greet you and just say a warm welcome, greetings, salutations. Hello and welcome. Guys, this is going to be an extremely quick hit here. Doesn't look like anybody is watching. Hopefully this thing's public. I didn't do any advance notice. Just going to get this out there. Did a video very, very late last night on, what I feel like is going on with the short and what I feel like is going on with the narrative and why I think Galileo is absolutely about to explode. I mean, LaPointe came out and said it explicitly, we're onboarding dozens of new clients. If you just do some napkin math, they're adding bigger clients, so it's likely to be at least 2.5, 3 million members per client they're bringing onto the platform, probably more. But if you're just conservative about it and say, they're bringing on 25, 30 new clients right now, could be a lot more. The way these guys are talking, 20% is just an inaccurate number with what we can expect with the growth of Galileo. I think they're sandbagging that even more than they sandbag everything else, which is fairly extreme. But guys, on the day, around 32 million shares traded. The stock sold off in sort of a 45-degree algo-controlled descent that lasted basically till 11 a.m. And then it traded sideways for an hour, basically. Had a huge pop upward, not a huge pop upward, but like 10 cents, consolidate a little more. It's just kind of stepped up and been holding here just below $7, essentially, for the last almost 2 hours here. So the algo is really still firmly in control, but you see some bigger orders coming in. Taking a quick look at the chart, looking extremely bullish. Basically closed right on top of the 50-day moving average before. Every single time that's happened in recent memory, the next candle has been red, and a big red candle. You see this here, and we're seeing something different here. Came off the bottom, came off of support, gapped up, and then past the 50-day, and then this next candle again is green, closing up here at the $7 area. So we just have to see what happens. Is this a breakout? Is this thing going to move very, very strong into earnings? There's a lot of indications that it will. Basically, they're not shorting the stock as much on a daily basis. They're actually returning shares. You also see institutions continue to buy into the stock. It's an objective fact, guys. I mean, people are like, oh, the institutions are dumping the stock. They're getting away as fast as they can. And then if you look at the actual data, it's actually record high institutional ownership for SoFi. These are the facts. I mean, these are the facts. Ever since, the last year, basically, institutional ownership has been steadily increasing. In the last, 3 readings, it's been increasing quite rapidly. And then if you look at what's going on with the filings, you see the vast majority of these are either holding or increasing their stake. And there's tons of little people coming in. I was struck by the Baldwin Brothers, Inc. Anyway, guys, let me pause this 1 second. Got to take a quick call, and I'll be right back with you. Who are these Baldwin brothers? What are they doing? Sorry about that, guys. Got a business, actually, probably about 6 businesses I'm running here, believe it or not, with my Scattered brain, but anyway, guys, hello and welcome. It's Un Poco Moss. We're talking SOFI, ticker symbol SOFI. It's July 12, 2023. We got about, I think it's 15 minutes left. Yeah, 15 minutes left in the trading day. And you just see these filings. I'm just asking you guys, look at the facts, look at the data, look at these companies. Their whole business is aggregating data. Okay, now people are going to be like, oh, Danny Deals, he's just a liar, he's just a shill, he's just a big fat asshole. And that's a debate we can have. I'm happy to have that debate. But that has nothing to do with it, guys. Facts are stubborn things. You're entitled to your own opinion about SOFI, but you're not entitled to just make up facts and say, hey, institutional ownership is at all-time lows, they're all dumping. In fact, it's at all-time highs and they're buying. And the data proves it. You broke ass bitches down in the comments talking, oh, you're a pumper. And I'm not a pumper. I have a huge stake in this company. Okay, compared to you guys. I mean, maybe not somebody like Klaus who's rolling in money, or Alberto Berti Aviles who's writing thousands of Tesla contracts every week. I mean, I'm not that kind of wealthy, but I'm doing okay. No, all I'm saying, guys, is I'm not a pumper on this stock. I really want to hold this stock for years and years and years. And I feel like pumpers are people that are dishonest, that are framing things in a disingenuous manner. I've never really tried to do that. Is there risk with SOFI? Absolutely, there's risk with SOFI. It's just starting to make a profit. They're very subject to the whims of the mob, to go gladiator. It's like the mob is fickle. Okay, customers are fickle. Right now, they love SOFI. They're pouring deposits into SOFI. SOFI has to take their responsibility very, very, very seriously, which I think they have been. The app's been stable. Things have been running well. No scandals. They kind of keep it between the lines. They support all kinds of different groups. Yet, people made such a big deal. Okay, Noto's supporting conservatives, supporting Trump or what. I don't think that's shocking, guys. I mean, they sued the Biden administration. Obviously, Republican administration, much more business friendly. I just didn't find it surprising, or I don't think anybody's going to go, oh, we're going to, leave SOFI because Anthony Noto gave that opinion. I just think it's ridiculous. Let people say what they want, and then, you say what you want, and people are entitled to their own opinion. I just don't get it. Everybody wants to, freak out over every little thing. Bunch of fucking Karens. Anyway, guys, welcome and hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Test is here. Test learned the hard way. Good. Yeah, it's multiple choice. Anyway, hello, everybody. Hello, Matt Flo. Hello, Sebastian. You are here. We are here. Richard Vaughn is here, and a warm welcome to you too, Mr. Deals. Thank you, Richard. I appreciate the drift champion, Richard Vaughn Gittin Jr. Go fast, turn left, or spin the tires, or whatever you're going to do. It's Ryan Ripkowski. Ryan Ripkowski. $7 covered calls. Do you think I should roll? Man, I mean, what did it get, 701? I don't know. It's touching 7. I mean, man, it's just a couple of minutes left. I don't know. Are you going to get a sign, a couple pennies? It just depends. Is it automatic? Who do you sell these things to? Can't tell you what to do, Ryan. I don't know. I think they're going to hold. If you look at the options, Ryan, if you look at, for instance, MaxPan or whatever site you want, there is so much volume in that $7 call, 38,000 contracts, just volume. I mean, open interest, what are we talking about? 34,000. So this is new money coming in, a lot of new money. And so I don't think they're going to let those calls print at all. I think the algo has, in fact, let's look at the order book and we can kind of see what's going on. Yeah, so if you look at the Bears have, a huge wall built here at 7. So I don't think bulls are really of a mind to break down that wall today. There's just too much money on the line in terms of Max Payne maintaining their not printing those $7 calls. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. That's if huge orders start coming across in the last 10 minutes, it's going to push the stock price up because they just don't want to continue to borrow and short from here, because I think Wall Street is pretty intelligent. I don't think they're confused. I think they know they were wrong about SoFi, and they know that SoFi management's done an incredible job. They see the growth in front of them, guys. I mean, they hear LaPointe. He's not talking about customers they're trying to sell at Galileo. He's talking about customers they've already sold, that they're in the beginning stages of monetization or in some sort of process of integration. And he said that's dozens of new customers coming onto the platform. And if you just do the math and 150 members by 55, you see it's like several million members per each, several million accounts for each member that, or, whatever you call it. Each platform they bring on, each partner they bring on has several million members on average, and they're bringing on bigger and bigger partners, bigger and bigger customers. So you can assume some of them are going to be much larger. Now, what I showed you yesterday was Sense 6. They already list Citibank as a processing customer for credit cards, and Valparaiso University and Accenture and all these other companies. So that doesn't mean they're selling them, Galileo's core services running their systems. They could just be selling them processing, just be selling them one small product. But it shows the potential. It shows the potential Galileo has. And people are like, oh, it's just tech in name. No, it's not tech in name. In 4 years that SoFi's own Galileo, and that's, while they're integrating Technesis, integrating themselves into SoFi writ large, they've increased the accounts from 30 million to over 150 million. And that's with a year of transition, jettisoning some smaller clients. I think they've lost a couple of even their, larger clients. And even while doing that, they've still managed to 5x the membership in just 4 short years. So anybody that says that's not impressive growth, I just don't think they know what they're talking about. The other growth metrics, cross-selling, LaPointe was talking about cross-selling. That's another thing they say it's just not working. The business, it's not true. With the members they've been bringing on, a much higher percentage of members have been buying a second product within 30 days. So the wheel is really starting to work. And when you talk about a wheel, you're really talking about business banking, because SoFi's processing payments, when they're allowing their customers to drop those payments into a SoFi business checking account that's tied to a line of credit, you're going to have a wheel of just fees and money and interest and spreads. It's going to be absolutely huge. And none of that business banking stuff is in the guidance going into 2026. So if they're able to get approval for that next year, as I think the great Tim Sweeney said to the great Tanner on the great interwebs in the great white north of Canada, the great frozen white north, if that comes on and then they start to ramp that 2026 to the last part of this decade, you're going to see SoFi's numbers go up, up, up. And people who think this thing's overvalued right now, I just think they have their heads completely up their own asses. I mean, book value's gone up. I think it's over $4, but like a guy like the bologna sandwich will sit there and argue, its book value is not even valid because of fair value accounting. His arguments, if you listen so carefully to that hour and a half, your head will just hurt, because the double talk and circles and sort of data points that don't really say exactly what he's saying they says. It's like his view, he comes to the company, you just feel like he comes to the company with an agenda. Okay, and then the guy who was at his position at BTIG, they trot out this guy, Lance Jesserun, who was like a buy at 15 out of the blue. He's never rated anything in his life. And then couple weeks later, after the pump, Giuliano Bologna, who's moved from BTIG over to Compass Point, he hits the stock with a $4 price target, and then he just keeps reiterating that $4 price. I mean, he's been stuck at 4 while SoFi's grown tangible book value, while SoFi's, pretty much doubled a lot of different metrics, members growing rapidly, deposits growing extremely rapidly. And then they make these sort of kind of insane arguments that just test the bounds of logic. Like, well, you don't want deposits and you have to find some. What bank doesn't want deposits? That's the whole thing. That's what the whole business is based upon. That's what allows you to lend. That's what allows you to make net interest margin. That's what the whole thing is. Like, Gary, then they have to do something with that. It's tough. It's tough. Yeah. I mean, come on, sell that bullshit somewhere else. By the way, I remember in 1993, I was involved with a company called LCI that sold calling cards, and that didn't end well. Well, fuck you. Anyway, no, guys. Hello and welcome. I want to greet you with a little bit better than an FU. Hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Jarrett Matson is here. What's up, Jarrett? How you doing today? My good man. You have an interesting gaze. You know, kind of, I think you kind of look like that dude who was in that movie Waiting, and then he showed the goat at the end. He was also in that show Freaks and Geeks. I don't know. It's hard to say. I got bad eyes. I'm getting old, Jarrett Madsen. But if that's you, if that's the guy from Freaks and Geeks, I really like that. You're a good actor. Lisa SH is here. She's wearing a silly white safari hat, I believe. She may be from Manhattan Beach, California. She looks quite classy. Where are we closing today? I think just under $7. That's what Max Payne is telling me. That's what the wall is telling me. That's what everything's telling me. There's just too much money on the line to let this thing move up a couple of pennies past 7, despite I think some very significant buying pressure that's going to come in here in the last couple of minutes. We have 4 minutes, 3-4 minutes left in the trading day, guys. I think I'm out of bottled water. I'm out of tap water. I have a little sip of like 5-year-old hint water. Delicious. Anyway, that when the water's gone, it's time to move on. I'm going to wrap this turd up, but what's up? Higinio. My pronunciations are terrible. Higinio Morales. Let's say Senor Morales. SoFi, let's go. I did a wash sale, messed up my average. Never heard of a wash sale. Yeah, that's you can't buy back. You have to wait 30 days. Test. Yeah, learn the hard way. It's no big deal. You're probably such a bad trader. You have so many losses just from your normal behavior. It won't matter because you guys are a bunch of big idiots. Timothy Semple, welcome and hello. Tortuga de Rio, here to drink tears of the shorts. And not quite yet, Tortuga, but hopefully next week we might be, because I think this is going to push way up in earnings. I think the ER is going to be better than people think. It's not going to be 0. It's going to be at least 2 cents. Yeah, I think it's going to go up next week too. Flint Creek Soap Company. Completely agree with you. Freddie Lafitte and his band with the beat. Checking in from Mayberry. How's it going, Freddie? Good to see you. Redoubt is here. Man, it's fighting for that 7. It's fighting hard, but it's going to lose that battle. There's too much money on the other side, Redoubt. Yeah, even with large buys, there's a big wall there, but we'll see. I don't know. They might let it go with like a minute left. Might let it come up a little bit because everybody will just have given up on those options. Anyway, so let's see here, guys. Dream of stuff. So if I goes up to 9, so it'll be worth 200K. Very nice. So read out, yeah, everything I own will be worth a whole hell of a lot of money. Dream of stuff. Yeah, the options down seen. You guys read these comments. Low Country Loon Pond, welcome and hello. Buy Soap Flint Creek Soap Company, buy SoFi turds. Exactly. Couldn't have said it better myself. Nicholas Youngworth, welcome, hello, and welcome. Yukeko is here. Yukeko 72. We've been held back. Short stays numbered. I'm on board with Captain Note. I'm on board as well, Yukeko. Yeah, guys, gonna get out of here. Just didn't have that much to say in the first place, but these time downgrades from Barclays, KBW has had a hard on for the stock. Remember, they scrubbed their internet by replacing the bowling ball headed pit bull Michael Perito, who'd been rating this stock for a long time. Now they have this guy Tim Switzer with absolutely no experience. He's only done 10 ratings in his entire life. But I don't get this guy DeVries. He comes out and he rates the stock. He re-rates at $11 price target and a hold. So he has almost 60% upside on the stock, and he's not a buy. I don't get analysts. I don't get Wall Street. I don't get narrative. I don't get propaganda. I just try to look at the facts. And I don't know, guys. I see SoFi executing really, really well. Massive potential. Not just options, not just business banking. There's just so many positive things on the horizon. It's lining up for a relatively soft landing with rate cuts. Demand for SoFi's products will absolutely explode, and we're going to see some absolutely epic quarters. And I enjoy saying absolutely a lot. So this stream is absolutely over. It was a huge turd. Guys, it's Un Poco Moss. It's Danny Deals for Stock Karen, Not a Lurker, J Money, Alberto Bertie Avalez, Princess J, Cutes, And everybody else in C-Bar, for C-Bar Engineering, for Redoubt, for Paul Clark, the guy in the spandex. What a nice day. Great to catch you live. Good to see you, Paul Clark. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you're doing well, my good man. I believe you're over across the pond in Great Britain. Anyway, my memory, though, is an absolute pile of crap as I get older. But how do you have 60% upside and not recommend to buy? Does that make any sense to anybody? Have a great weekend, guys. Flame out. Peace.